Good afternoon, everyone. Dylan Manager here with Nebraska Extension, and we are back for another week of looking at fields, checking on our research, and continuing these protocols as we seek to decrease yield loss to disease in Nebraska. So we're out here today, and we're seeing a new problem for the year a little bit later than usual. That is Phytophthora root and stem rot. We see it every year, but it shows up at different times. And it's a neat disease with really striking symptoms. So come along, I'll show you what that looks like. When I scout a field later in the season, it gets harder to tell what's going on. I'm at a field entrance. There's some tracks here. We've got rows going different directions. So I can kind of see down into the canopy. But when we're actually walking through it like this, it's just a field of green. And the healthy plants are going to thrive, and they're going to be on top. But if we do start to lose plants at this stage, they're going to wilt first, and they're going to stand behind. So when I walk through, I like to look down into the canopy and see if I can see any wilting plants leaning through the canopy. Now I see a leaf here that's not looking great, but I don't think that's what we're looking for. I'm looking for a whole plant that for some reason is not getting the water that it needs. So as we walk up here, I can see off to the right, here's one here. The first symptom I see is this leaf that's just wilted right there. Why is it wilted? Is it a whole plant? And then I can see more. There's a whole plant in here that's wilting from the top down. So it's everywhere. It's not just one trifoliate. Let's get in here, take a closer look. And that's exactly what we're looking for. This one here in the back has a chocolate colored stem, and it's the wilted one. Let's pull it up. And you can see that chocolate stem progresses up several nodes. I check for gall midge. There's no gall midge wounding here at the base, so it's not gall midge. This is Phytophthora root and stem rot. Usually this would have happened as a seedling disease earlier, but this is a more persistent seedling disease. It can show up later, and it's worse when it shows up later because this plant's starting to pod. So that's a big loss. This whole area right here, we found several of these plants. I'll show you a couple more real quick. So pay attention to these. This one's really easy to identify if you get that chocolate stem, but make sure you verify that because you're going to treat this with seed treatments. This is actually an OMI seed pathogen, so you're going to need a treatment that's going to work on those other water molds. Here's those other plants. This one's a better symptom right there. You can see these two. They were bigger plants to begin with, but they've got that textbook wilting, chocolate brown stem. Here's a more open view of down in the canopy where you can see that wilting. But if you wait a little bit longer and don't catch this in that wilting period, you'll come back and you'll find them. They'll look like this one, where it's just a dried down stem, and you lose the ability to see that brown or chocolate staining on the stem itself. So try to catch these in that wilt phase and you can identify them a lot easier.